When most people think of the Galapagos Islands, they think of it as a really expensive destination that you can only go to via cruise, but that is not true. I went there for 7 days and I spent a little over $1,000, so this is exactly how you can go there on a budget. There's 3 islands that are inhabited and there's 2 that have an airport, so I started by going to San Cristobal. You can find round-trip flights to the Galapagos from mainland Ecuador for under $500 round trip. Now obviously it's going to be more expensive to fly into Ecuador, but I would still say that you can spend under $1,000 total on plane tickets. I spent 2 nights on the island, and the first day I just walked around and I went to the beach, and you can see sea lions right on the beach and they can swim up to you. One of them actually stole my towel. And on my second day I did a tour. I did an all-day snorkeling tour called the 360 tour, and it ended up being $180 plus $20 to rent a GoPro, but it was really cool because we got to see hammerhead sharks. Another assumption people have is that you have to be a diver to go here and that you're not going to see a lot of stuff if you're snorkeling, but I ended up seeing a lot of stuff while snorkeling. Obviously, I saw the sharks, I saw a lot of sea lions, I saw sea turtles. On 2 of the islands, I stayed in Airbnbs because they ended up being about like $15 a night, and it was about the same price to just stay in a hostel. This allowed me to have a private room and bathroom, and I also had a kitchen to cook, so this is a really good way to save money. But honestly, I didn't find meals to be super expensive in the Galapagos. You can get lunch deals for about $6 and then dinner deals for about $10, which includes a drink, soup, and then a main entree. When I took the ferry over to San Cruz Island, you can just book them while you're there or online. And I didn't really do a lot on this island, and I didn't really like this island. Although the Galapagos is really safe, I did have a weird experience with a local there. So I headed over to Isabel Island. I spent another 2 nights there. The first day I did the Wall of Tears, which is about a 14-kilometer bike ride, and you can see giant tortoises on the way there. And then this is the Wall of Tears. It's really sad, but it tells you the history of the island. And the next day I did a 3-hour tour. It was called the Tintoras snorkeling tour, and it was $55, and then it was $30 for the GoPro rental. The place I went to was maybe a little expensive for that. But it was a really good place to see a lot of stuff in a short amount of time. The tour, I saw blue-footed boobies. I even saw a penguin that was native to the Galapagos, and then I also saw some more white-tip reef sharks. This is a really short video, so obviously I can't cover all the information, but if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll be responding to them. Before I headed to the Galapagos, I spent a week in Ecuador, so I started my time in Mindo. This was a cute little town, and I got to see a lot of hummingbirds and feed them. Currently in Mindo, Ecuador. Didn't realize this town doesn't have an ATM, so I literally have $22 on me, and that's it. So I basically have to starve. Will I have to hitchhike tomorrow so I can get back to Quito? I don't know. And then after that, I was going to do the Kilauea loop, but I had a little bit of a mental breakdown and almost canceled the rest of my trip and ended up actually cutting it short. So I just explored Quito for a little bit. Just walked all the way down here just for it to end at the side of a cliff. So I'm giving up because I can't even figure out how to start the fucking hike.